What's up, guys? Daemonxel back again with another solo leveling Arise video. Now, with this new update, we've gotten something that we've been asking for a very long time. At least I know I personally have. And that was the inclusion of the SSR personal weapons for our SR units, which we've seen in their dossier. Well, we can now craft them, so let's talk about it. Alright guys, as you see, I am still rocking the CO swimwear outfit. It is spectacular. But let's talk about what we're here for, right? We've been wondering for a long time, at least I personally have, is, when are we getting these personal weapons of our SR units? So let's pull up NAM real quick. Now, if you go into their dossier, right, you were always able to see their weapon, but you weren't able to craft them. It wasn't available until this past update that we were able to do that, when we could do that right through the crafting section. Now, they only released a few of them this go. I'm sure we're going to get more of them as we go further along with more updates. Now, you're going to need a different kind of ticket. You need SR tickets, not the SSR tickets that we use to make our SSR unit weapons, but these are special purple ones, not the red ones. You're still going to need cores. However, you don't need 8 this time. You only need 4, but you're going to need 4 of this other personal material, this new mana rock, which is a new individual material that you need to craft this. Again, these are the only ones that are available. So we have Kang's, we have Song's here, we have hers, the glove. We're not going to craft it, until maybe she becomes relevant. We have his as well. So none of these, in my eyes right now, there's only, out of this group, there's only 2 worth making, right? You have Kang's. If you're using Kang, you have Kang. He's an amazing dark unit. This is a great one to build. But Nam is one of the premier breakers in the game. And if you're going to craft any of these SSR, SR unit weapons, hers is the first one I would do. Now, you're probably wondering, well, where can I get this material to build these? Well, the cores themselves, you can get them through many different ways. You can get them through the Battlefield of Time. You can get them through the Weapon and Materials Exchange tab. When you salvage SR weapons, I highly, I don't think you should do that. When you should level up your SR weapons until you can get them to max, right? A10. And if you get additional copies after that, well, I would hold off on selling them until until the new system comes out, where we can, I think it's called Liberation, where we liberate these weapons, and you can upgrade SR weapons into an SSR variation of that. Now, you can also get these mana control chests. You get these through was the Battlefield Trials. You can get them through that, and the other various means throughout the game, through events. But the new Mana Stone, right? You can craft this, which I'm in now. Sorry, I gotta go over to here. Now, you'll be able to craft this itself, and it takes the melding cubes to do that. But before you do that, I would actually suggest that you go into the new story modes. Well, it's not new. We've had it before, but they've now raised the keys to 10. Which I should have unlocked. I had 10 of them early. I've been busy at work, so I haven't been able to do that. Now, as you notice, we've done a bunch of these in the past. Let me get out of hers real quick. Okay, let's close her dossier. All right, so these ones are complete, right? We had Park. Hers was released not too long ago. Fisher, Malin Fisher's, CO's. As you can see, these are complete. They're stamped, but they used to be complete, but now you can go back in. Now, 2 of these have something called a secret library. Malin Fisher has a continuation of her story, right? I have to unlock these. I don't believe she has the secret library, but Park, who I've cleared her entire story, now we have a secret library to unlock, and you're going to get bonus points. Now, clearing these levels, I believe with these units, these bonus point units, right, you're going to get additional bonus points. Now, this is for, right here, let's go to hers, and it'll bring up the store. It's for this specific event right here. Now, if you complete the full event, which costs 7,500 points, right, you're going to get this costume. Obviously, it's not as good a costume as her racing outfit. I mean, she just looks spectacular in that. But if you a person who likes to, collect all the skins, this is something to go for. But there are other fantastic rewards here, including those SR cards to craft a weapon for your SSR units. Now, to get 4, which is what we need to craft it, it is 4,200 points. That's what we're looking for to go ahead and craft Nam's weapon. Now, you can also get these cards. I shot over to the shop real quick by doing the exchange shop. Again, you would have to salvage your SR weapons to be able to get these purple materials, the weapon exchange materials, to be able to. And that it's 40 for 1. It's not bad. It's not bad. So you can, I mean, I would suggest holding off until we find out more about the liberation system to go ahead and liberate these weapons. So, in other words, to get like a SSR version of a Westwind, right? But if we salvage these, let's just pick a regular one to salvage. So I got a bunch of these here, right? We're only getting 6 per, right? So to get 40 of those, and obviously, yes, they take the advanced versions of that to upgrade as well. But as you can see here, blank ones, we would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 of these. You'd have to salvage 10 SR weapons to be able to get 1 card to build that. And you need 4 of these cards to do that. And through the weapon shop, through that exchange, you can purchase 3 per day. Now, obviously, if you're a whale and you have everything built out, right? If you have all these built out, then yes, go ahead and do that. But if you're a free-to-play player, you want to hold off on doing this. But again, if you go through that game mode, right, that the Hunter Archive and the Secret Library, which I have to unlock on her, we can then, not her, go back to Park here, sorry, there we go, Secret Library, you're going to get additional ways of doing it. Now, I do believe, no, they're going to tell us of the secret. Let's go ahead and unlock, back here and see if he's got, no, okay, so he doesn't have a secret library either way. So we're going to have to figure out, you're going to have to use the bonus points through these secret libraries to do this. So we're going to get, through what we have here, we're going to use these units. Now, obviously, the more built up you have the unit, you're going to get more points. So for an A5 back, I'm going to get 20 points. I'm going to get 22 for a A6 Han Sung Yi. Let's see here. I'm only going to get 5 because I only have an A0 version of this. But as you have these units built up and these weapons built up, you're going to get additional points to put towards that total. Now, there is no date. I don't see an ending date to this event. Maybe it'll go on till the next update, but I would just start investing in this. You get 10 keys a day. I would just keep going through it and building up your points and seeing how far you get. Again, we want to get to 4,200 points, which is very doable, right? 4,200 points, and we can build Nam's weapon or any other SR unit you have. Now, I think this is going to go moving forward through each update. I think they're going to have more. They're probably going to feature a new unit as we move forward. So obviously it's you. This time she's the new unit. But in August we're going to need Gunji, right? So maybe he will have rewards, right, with an extra costume. We'll have to wait to see that. But I like this template, and this is what you want to do first before you go ahead and craft and stuff like that. Obviously, we can't get the mana stones anyway else but the crafting. But instead of spending your hard-earned, draws and salvaging them, let's see. So you're going to have to get 40, right? You're going to have to salvage at least 40 SR weapons to be able to craft one SSR units, SSR weapon for the SR unit. So I'm just going to say Nam's weapon. We're going to refer to this as Nam's weapon. So we would have to, if we're just doing salvaging, not doing this, not doing any other methods, and say we wanted, or say we got our tickets through here, and we want to get Kang's weapon, right? Then yes, we'd have to salvage 40 SR weapons. Now, obviously, some of these SR weapons are, I hate to say it, crap, right? I don't use a lot of these. Let's go into the weapons here. Let's bring up our SR units, our SR weapons. Now, you can also do this through the hunter weapons. Well, you can do it through all weapons. Sun Yu's, everyone's. But it's only the purple weapons, right? The SR units. Those are the only ones that you can salvage. Now, obviously, like here, I've upgraded this. I've never used this weapon. I never use the gun, the dart gun. I have better weapons. But obviously, if you don't have, say, the plum sword, right? You should still have the scythe, which is a phenomenal dark weapon, one of the premier ones in the game. But this would be good in a pinch. I have never used, even though I'm, keep stacking them, I've never used the Dragon Scale Broadsword. I have never used Baruka's Dagger, the Orc Broadsword, never. I mean, so yeah, I could go ahead and salvage these. Like this book here, right? The Grimoire here. I believe I have this built. No, I don't have it built up for you. So I thought I had an A10 version of that. The only ones I have an A10 for is the Spear. And yes, I am actually using this currently on the Workshop of Brilliant Light's Cerebus fight. It works. It does very well, especially built up this high. But again, if you had better SR units, obviously I don't have the Grimoire, so I'm using the Scotty and I'm using the Spear. I would, again, hold off. Do what you're going to do with your account, but hold off on salvaging these until we at least know a little bit more about the Liberation system, because you may regret down the line salvaging this just to get a weapon for a unit where you could have used something, and say the SSR version is much better than the SR version, right? Obviously, once this gets liberated to an SSR unit, it's going to blow most of the fire weapons away. But that's the new system in a nutshell. How do you get the new weapons? Which weapons to get? Again, on these hunter weapons, let me just go back to the crafting screen again. On these hunter weapons, I recommend the only ones building. I would build NAMs first. Obviously, if you don't have NAM, it's a little bit harder to do that. But NAMs would be out of this batch, would be the best one to do. Followed by Kang. And then honestly, these three units have fallen off way bad. No one's really using these. They're not part of the current meta. Obviously, with the next month, we're going to be getting the guild battles, and I believe that's going to be fire-based. So if you don't have any other fire units yet, that you might want to use him, but I really would not use the ticket for that. I would use your premier SR units. Now, out of those SR units, who is the best SR units that we have here? Payne's got a fantastic tier list, but in my opinion, Nam is a fantastic one. Kang Park is a fantastic wind unit. If you don't have Nam, you don't have, say, Alicia or Maylin or Theo. Anna is actually a really good. She's a good breaker, and it's poison. It's not really frost damage, it's poison damage, but it's still water-based. She is a great unit as well. Let's see. Out of these other ones, yeah, none of these guys are really good. This dark unit is actually, I've been told, I've never used him, but I'm told he's actually really good. But again, I've been lucky enough to get a bunch of good SSR units, and the SR units that I am using, again, are just the ones that you see leveled here. So I hope this helps you guys inform which choices to make, what to build, what to go for. I hope you found this video entertaining, at least informative. And if you like my content, help me out. Give me a subscribe. Tag that subscribe button. Ring that bell. Share and like the video. And until I talk to you again, you guys have a great week. Have a great weekend. Adventure safe. And remember, we're always one vision, one purpose, one front. See you in the next one.